Imagine this. Every newborn in America gets injected with a vaccine on their very first day of life for a disease they're almost never at risk for. That's the hepatitis B vaccine. It's been controversial since day one, yet on December 4th, 2025, it was finally up for re-evaluation. But the ACIP committee of the CDC couldn't decide to stop harming newborns and punted the re-evaluation to 2026. Why vaccinate every baby when less than 1 in a million actually benefits? Well, maybe they might become an IV drug abuser or a prostitute. Still, the antibodies from childhood Hep B vaccines won't be present when they are adults. Let's uncover the forgotten side. Hello, I am Dr. K. Paul Stoller. Our society assumes all vaccines are safe and effective. They assume that because we have been lied to. None of the vaccines on the childhood schedule have been placebo tested, and the so-called safety trial for the Hep B lasted 4 days. Hep B? It's linked to blood-to-blood contact, like IV drug use or unprotected sex, not something infants face. Yet since the 1970s, warnings piled up. Researchers flagged autoimmunity risks because the vaccine mimics human tissue, attacking nerves and triggering disorders like multiple sclerosis, rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, and more. Hundreds of studies confirm it, despite the medical community insisting for 50 years it's unproven and needs more research that never comes. In 1998, scientists warned of derailment as thousands claimed autoimmune diseases. France faced lawsuits from 15,000 people and suspended school mandates. ABC News blasted it in '99. A congressional hearing exposed horrors. Over 8,000 VAERS reports, including 43 infant deaths, vastly underreported. Testimonials? Heartbreaking. A mom's son sees developed autism. A nurse lost her ability to walk from demyelinating polyneuropathy. A girl disabled for life. A dad's daughter died right after the shot. Studies link it to a 5 times the MS risk. France vaccinated half the country with this vaccine in the 1980s and had a huge increase in multiple sclerosis cases. So they then relabeled the cases as neurodamage, NOS, not otherwise specified to confuse everyone. 18 times the rheumatoid arthritis, even autism. Boys 9 times more likely if vaccinated at birth. Animals show developmental delays, brain inflammation. Licensing trials? Just 4 to 5 days, no real placebos. Real benefits. Hep B cases declined not from the vaccine but better blood screening for the hepatitis B surface antigen, which led to sharp declines in hepatitis B transmitted through transfusion and also through dialysis. And then this was the 1980s with concern about AIDS. So there was widespread adoption of safe sex practices. And then there were needle exchange programs, which helped curtail transmission through IV drug use. And also the 1980s saw the beginning of screening and case management for surface antigen-positive mothers and targeted not universal vaccination of their infants. So all these factors helped bring down cases both before the universal birth dose was implemented and after, but not chronic Hep B overall, and zero evidence for newborns, where transmission is rare and preventable with maternal screening. So why push it on every baby? Official line: prevent rare maternal transmission. But crunch the numbers. You'd vaccinate over 1 million kids to stop 1 serious case. Real reasons? Profit. Universal shots boost sales. Legal immunity on the childhood schedule. Even conditioning parents to comply with future vaccines, masking subtle and not so subtle harms. This policy injures far more than it protects. With re-evaluation, we must demand change. Share this. Support reform. Our newborns deserve better.